Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Somebox. That was fast.
Yeah, it was.
You're the only person in here.
So,
Hey, Brandon. Oh, hold on. The hell? Where the hell did my mute button go?
is your mute button gone on too?
My mute button's gone.
Oh, I feel like I had to. Why did I feel like I had to push something? Man, I'm trying to remember what I had to
I have
push.
removed background noise. Settings. Dude. I literally have no fucking mute button. I knew where the new one was now. Hey, Zeta.
Hey, Ash.
No, I didn't find it.
Hey, Brandon.
I'm still looking. Co-host.
I don't know. Mine's still right on the front. Tap your box and see if like a thingy comes up.
Oh, there we go. Yep. No. Whoa, that was you. I muted. Sorry, OG. I muted you. Why is... What the fuck? I muted OG on accident. Sorry, OG.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, it's not... I don't know. It's gone.
Rita. I wouldn't even ask. You'll hear in just a second. Hey, Mel. Hey, Jamie.
On the bottom, right under one of those things over there.
It's on the bottom, right under one of those things over there. Thanks,
Okay,
Robert.
Yeah, it used to be here. Oh no, Mayor. You have co-host, polling gift vote. This is going to the three little dots because it's not down there. So then it has live gifts, comment, about me, campaigns, remove background noise, settings, and it's not in any of that. It might be an update that I didn't but it's gone completely. It used to be you hit those three dots, and then it was right there up top.
More.
It's gone. The hail. Well,
What the hell?
yeah, like,
Okay.
hey, Gloria. Hey, Jamie. I'm gonna catch up here. Hey, Flip. How's Michigan? Ha! Hey, Katie.
I wonder if it's rainy and everything down there in Brooklyn right now.
It's raining here.
Our renters called me last night because when they got there and got everything set up, she's like, the fridge isn't getting cold, but the freezer is. I was like, well, y'all plug the camper in. So.
There should be.
Nope. Sorry, y'all. You're all gonna hear me the whole time. I have no fucking mute button. Summer even Googled it, and it's telling me where it's supposed to be, and it's not there. Oh, thank you, Gloria. Good afternoon, Jen. Flip, is it raining there?
So, enough. Can you hear now, Gloria? Can you guys hear us down in the chat? Gloria says she can't hear anything. Hey, Jen.
All right, I'm gonna end OG and then restart. See if there's something going on.
Everybody's saying that they can hear us.
Oh wait, they can hear us. So It's got to be somebody else. Oh, there we go. I guess they can. But where's my
Sorry,
button?
Roy.
Where the hell's my mute, man?
When my husband went out to cheat on me today, he brought me a steak and onion sandwich home for dinner, and they put cheese on it. So I just had to DoorDash something different. That's why the dogs are barking.
What was the name of that place again? I asked Summer.
Big John Steak and Onion.
No, she hasn't heard of it either.
Where's it located?
I'll tell you after.
Never mind.
No, no,
She gotta get
nothing out there.
Stupid.
Hi, Sarah. Right, Ash. So, from my understanding, Whitty didn't receive help. That's true, Longresca. I am cheating on him with you, so there's that. I did wake up to a text this morning of Whitty telling me I'm a disappointment. I want to know why. People are saying hi, Mom Emoji. I want to know why, for 44 years, my mother has not told me I'm a disappointment. In fact, this woman tells me constantly how much I bust my ass, and she's proud of me and what I've become in life. Which is kind of saddening because I was truly trying to be my mom's one piece of shit child, and my sister is far succeeding. Just kidding. My sister.
Sorry. Fuck. Peter, I'm going to say it publicly again. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting to send you fucking OG's number. Damn.
Yes, she absolutely did tell me I am a disappointment. Would you like to see what I said back to her? Because I will show y'all.
Hold on. Let me big box you. There you go.
Be nice. Be nice.
I heard OG's sister's phone number is 867-5309.
867-5309.
Kitty. No more kitty for you. No fun.
I might go snap 5 or so.
Okay. Can you guys see there? Is it a black box?
It's a black box for me.
What the hell?
The
They
hell,
really need to
TikTok.
fix this shit.
I almost want to like delete the
What
app
now?
and fucking reinstall it. It's
Anything?
Still black. Still black. There you go.
Okay. So
Let me-
today at
Let me
Five.
let me fix that real quick and shut the comments off.
okay.
Oh wait, settings. How do I do? Oh hell.
Got you, Jen. Bro, you even gotta fuck with it.
Okay.
So she said, what? Fuck no. Keep in mind, that text, I literally sent that to her when she was home. Okay. She said, you are seriously disappointing. Disappointing, whatever. I said, I don't know who you're calling a disappointment, but let me tell you what's disappointing. Just take a look at any of these. I truly hope you stayed to get help. Well, I think it was like 5 minutes after that I was told. So if this damn green screen will cooperate.
There you go. Well, I mean, it's the same one you had in there before.
No, it's not. It's a completely different one.
Oh yeah.
But it's not centering. Can you guys see that?
I can see the thing above Witty says, I don't know who you're calling disappointing.
Okay, then that's the old one. So you're still not seeing the new one yet. Hold on. Let's try. Come on, TikTok, get your shit.
Same one. The fuck, TikTok? Same one.
What the fuck? Hold on.
Hey, Connie. There you go.
Okay. So I sent her a couple videos of herself from last night, from the other day, and I said, using your alcoholism to treat people like shit over and over and over again is just the definition of insanity. And is us being your friends trying to help you is seriously just exhausting. and we are doing definition of insanity with you. So I hope you get the help, but I can no longer be your doormat for your little show on TikTok. This is the last time I will say this. Keep my name out of your mouth. And anyone who sits directly with me, like Animal Megan, our circle, our families. So then it is abusive, Mayor. It is abusive. Then, what's her face texted me. Hallie Not Berry. She says, in fact, hold on. Did you got her blocked, Animal?
Yeah, I can unblock her though.
Yeah, will you please?
Yep. Nope, I can't because I can't see her on my block. My block list is tiny, so it says. But
let me see if I can see it.
if you can't, I would have to add an unblocker.
It's. No, I'm sure she's got an account she can come in on. Hey, Thumb Thuggin. So, she messaged me, and I could send those to my other device, but I'm not going to keep fighting with this damn green screen. But pretty much she said that she's never said that to Witty, that, I've never even, like, talked negative on Chris at all to her, so how would she have any place to say that, yada, yada, yada. The problem is that you don't know what to believe from who out of either one of those two. But then, I was sitting at my island just a few minutes ago, and Mama OG was scrolling the TikTok streets, and lo and behold, I hear someone in MJ's live. I don't know if they were in a box or it was a recording saying, "Did Witty out OG's husband for cheating on her?" No, go suck on some more helium. Absolutely not. Okay, I'm gonna make this very clear again. The only person my husband could have cheated on me with 3 days before our wedding is one of my other personalities. Point blank, period. Like, literally, it is wild that you fucking morons would even halfway believe. Yeah, Shannon can shut the fuck up, too.
What's Jocelyn asking? I gotta scroll up. Oh, yes, Jocelyn, it is disgusting.
Now, let me also make this clear. My husband's not cheated on me in the last 2 years, like she said. The man's never cheated on me. Ever.
I don't think he even has it in his body to cheat, honestly.
I don't think he wants to be buried in the backyard.
No.
Which is wild because if you were in my live late towards the end where Witty was in my box and I said, you know, Witty, you and I have had conversations off the app where, you know, I've even talked about how that is one of the things that I absolutely adore about my husband is that I don't have to worry about this man ever, you know, stepping out with another woman. And she agreed. She admitted it. Now, yeah, I mean, honestly, Jocelyn, he had one of my multiple personalities bent over the balcony in front of the ocean. That's who he was cheating with 3 days before our wedding. 3 days before our wedding, we were in South Padre together, just him and I. Yeah, so it's wild. And as far as Megan goes, like, you running with that whole DV thing with her and her husband, like, mind your business, bitch. Mind your business. Because at the end of the day, ma'am, I'm pretty sure it's your husband that left you for another woman.
Oh.
And we all heard the whole story you told the cops. Now, I will also say, I do not regret calling welfare check on her. Absolutely not. But from here on out, I don't care if she's banging her head up against the wall. I don't care if she's fucking slamming her head in the freezer door. Don't come to me. Don't tell me. That's a her problem. If she truly wanted help, yeah, Shannon's daughter did hang up right in her ear. Click. Bitch, I don't want to hear your mouth. If she truly wanted help, she would have stayed last night to get help. There is too many people in this world struggling with mental health, myself included, to abuse our fucking services.
So you go live at the facility Then you
in the
go.
fucking police car. I had to call the cop and say, hey, whoever has her, she's live in the fucking cop car. And she was like, Jesus fucking Christ. And then, as you all know, I went in to go to bed, and my other phone starts ringing out here in the living room. So I run out here to grab it, and it's the officer to tell me that, you know, what they were doing with her. I go to bed, and I wake up only to hear, yep, she wasn't even gone for a full 38 minutes. Someone Ubered her back to her apartment. You are the fucking problem. Whoever paid for that Uber, you are part of the problem, not part of the solution.
Yep. And then she went live on the way in the Uber. Like,
That's wild.
somebody delete that app off her phone.
Someone take her fucking phone. What the fuck?
It's sad that the one day you fucking want peace and quiet, you're not getting it. Like,
I mean, my husband and I got some shit done this morning. Our plans kind of changed because it decided to rain here in Michigan instead of be sunny. But once I get done eating, we will definitely be out working on my
it ain't getting sunny today.
No, I know. But tomorrow in the morning it's supposed to be shitty, and then in the afternoon, like 1 o'clock, we're supposed to get sun. So,
Mama Bear's car, ask your question. Said she's moving to like an old folks place. No, they will not deal with that bullshit. Mama Bear's car. They will absolutely not.
They will not. I'm wondering if the reason why she's moving is because of all of her bullshit at that apartment already, and they've had enough.
Wasn't there issues at her other apartments too?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. All I can say to her is, you know, last night. Hold on, baby. Hold on. There was people in that live that were hearing and seeing the videos that were coming on that are that ethnicity that, you know, Whitty was making fun of. So Whitty, I think you're gonna get drugged again.
Well, Whitty, you're lucky I'm tired because I said those favors, the famous sayings from over there, 40 days, 40 nights, and I meant it. I'll be back to the regular scheduled programming after the nice weather. But every day that I don't have nice weather and I'm stuck in the house, I'll be going live to drag you.
What was she talking? I'm still trying to figure out what she was talking about last night. Where you weren't there. You weren't. I think you were dealing with. But she kept saying that now she has the evidence that I've been having people come after her.
Oh, because you said she kept trying to accuse you of something. I think you just got tired of arguing with her, and you were like, "Well, you should stop fucking with my family and my friends then."
Oh yeah, but I'm saying she's
like, "Ha ha! Now I got the proof." No, moron. We're just tired of fucking talking circles with your dumb ass.
Yeah, it's the same shit, different
Animal
day.
said what the fuck you had to say to shut you the fuck up, okay?
Hey, Holly Mae. It is. It's fucking. It's just getting old. Like.
Are you talking like gas station Holly Mae?
Yep.
Girl, why ain't you in Michigan yet? Or maybe she is.
She has a life or death question. Come up, Holly Mae. You can come up.
Oh, come on up, girl. It's gonna be watch. It's gonna be something about the races.
Is it? It's raining here. I think it's going to be on rain delay.
Can you box up, Holly Mae? I don't know if
She
she
can't
got
come up
that
at the moment.
shit. Huh? I can't come up at the moment. Did you send me a message on Instagram? Because I don't get notifications. I can go check it real quick.
Yes, it is. It is supposed to be nice on Sunday, Flip. It is raining, Holly Mae. Our 80 degrees is not as humid as other people's 80 degrees. It's 80 degrees. Sunday, it's supposed to be nice for the races. She's going to be at the race flip.
Okay, I did have a message from her on Insta, but it had nothing to do with any emergent.
Hey, Cole.
So Saturday is shit, I just went.
Sunday's the races.
No, they have Saturdays too. Saturday
Yeah,
is
Friday. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday's truck races. Saturday is Infinity Car.
No, they do Infinity on Saturday. Friday,
Oh, the ARCA races right now. Thank you, Scorpio.
yeah, I was gonna say Friday's Arc, Saturday's Infinity, and then
Oh, so they don't do the truck races here in Michigan?
no, they don't do them at MIS.
That sucks. That's what I thought.
Hey, what was your question?
Is her 80 degrees our 80 degrees, and is it supposed to rain all weekend? That was her question.
I'm trying to remember what state she's in.
Well, either way, most of the states have more humidity than we do.
Yeah, but I will tell you this, girl. It is hot as shit there because it's literally like the best breeze you get is when you get down by the track. Dress damn near half naked, honestly. Because no, I think our 80s is hotter than Wisconsin's for sure. But I'm telling you, girl, it is down there during the race time. It is hot and miserable and uncomfortable. Our camper pulled out. Actually, our camper's on infield right now.
Nice.
They pulled it down yesterday. Yeah, hair up, no makeup, or if you do makeup, waterproof, but very light makeup, very light coverage, because you're just gonna feel miserable. Yep. Like I told you that one day, make sure your ass brings comfortable ass walking shoes. You're married, don't try to look cute for no damn body, because girl, you'll be looking like a whole train wreck after you get done sweating everything off. And your feet will be killing you. Now I will say this too. So down there they have these little Uber golf carts, which is amazing because you don't have to walk everywhere. And what you want to do is get your little golf cart Uber driver's phone number. And then that way, whenever y'all want to go somewhere, you just boop boop, call them up. They remember like your camping spot or where you're located, and they come get you.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, they even got to the point where the last few years, Rylan, or my daughter, she would call them, and they'd come pick her up and drive her around. Hell, she wouldn't even have a certain place she wanted to go, and the girl would just like drive with her, and they'd people watch. And yes, you can shop there. So there's Action Alley, which has like all the driver semis where you can buy stuff, and then across from Action Alley, under the tunnel by the big bridge, they have like a whole flea market. Like it looks like a flea market, but it's not a flea market. It's like actual vendors with like tents, and there's all kinds of shit there. Flip, same. I look homeless as shit when I'm down there. I try to look cute, but damn. My boob sweat has boob sweat, and that shit makes me uncomfortable.
Listen, I used to go to the Daytona 500 every year. And the Coca-Cola. in the well, when it was Pepsi. It used to be Pepsi 500.
I
Or
did the NASCAR driving experience in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina on that track.
yeah,
It was so much fun.
I've been to Dover Raceway too.
Man, fuck Dover's track. That's the one track on my damn game that gives me fucking hell. They were talking about removing Dover from the circuit, and they need to. Yep, the Firecracker 400.
They will never remove the Monster Mile.
They need to take Dover right out of the damn circuit.
Bristol's on a suit, dude.
At least take Dover out of the circuit on my damn game, please. I literally will hold number one in the series the whole damn time. I get to damn Dover, and somehow I'm like 15th place. And that's after I've gone through 2 engines, 5 chassis.
Yeah, exactly, Mayor. You tell her.
That track is awful. Awful.
Well, Holly Mae, the only thing that matters is if you have fun.
She said, "You shut up about Dover."
Yep.
You said, you shut your dirty whore mouth." I've never been to a race in Dover, but here's my question. With the track being like that, how do people in the stands see? Because that track is so long and awkward.
They have a lot of screens,
Mm.
but you can see. Like, it's weird, like the way you look when you look. The hell.
The
I
notifications.
hate not having no fucking microphone blocking. Uh-oh. You're in trouble, OG.
Why? Oh,
So it's
shit.
actually very easy to see. You like if you're on the front stretch, you can't see 2 and 3, but you can see the back stretch.
Really?
Right. And that's
Yeah.
why they have the screens too that you can see.
Yeah, but it's you want to talk about places hard to see, but talk about Bristol, which is the short track with the high banking. You can't
Yep.
see shit at Bristol.
That's Bristol's Mama OG's favorite track.
But yeah, Dover, because it's only been concrete. It wasn't concrete when I was younger. They turned it, and I was like my late teens. It became concrete,
Yep.
and that's the bigger issue with it.
We've been into NASCAR since I was a kid. Every Sunday, it was either a party at our house, a party at my mom and dad's friend's house. Like every Sunday, it was a thing, or it was race weekend. Like an MIS. But like we grew up in it, so therefore.
Oh, so every weekend, like we traveled like so much when I was a child because of it. My first college major was motorsports marketing.
Was it really?
Yeah,
I think that'd be fun.
The one
I went
track
to Elon, and they offered a program there. It was motorsports marketing. That was my first major until I kind of got bored with it.
I told Holly Mae she needs to make sure her ass is there and planted for the flyover. I don't care how many flyovers I've been to. I don't care how many flyovers I'm in infield for. I always get goosebumps and cry. Every damn time. That is something that, if you've never experienced it, you need to just once in your life.
I want to go to the track I've been dying to go to is Talladega.
I'd like to go to Talladega too.
I wouldn't say I've been to every track on the circuit except for some of the. I haven't been to Kansas or the Texas one. We went to Phoenix one year when I was like 13.
That'd be awesome. Hey, Holly Mae. Also, pay attention to turn 1, 2, 3. Turn 3, you're gonna see a big ass brick building that's their like administration building, and you'll start seeing choppers landing tomorrow morning, early in the morning, and then you'll see them land like Sunday morning. Those are the drivers coming in, but a lot of the drivers stay infield in that area I was telling you, just outside of like where we stay infield. But you'll see their choppers coming in, bringing them in to drop them off, and then all of a sudden you'll know it's a driver because once the chopper lands, the track gets closed, and you'll see a car come flying across the track with the driver over to like their coach area.
Michigan doesn't have a tunnel?
Mm-hmm. Yep, but they don't bring the drivers through the tunnels because the
Okay.
Patreons can walk through the tunnel.
Because
Somebody-
Delaware, like the Dover track, can't have a tunnel because they're too far below sea level.
Hold on
Yeah,
for a
they
second. One
they
of the mods,
close.
can you grab that that account? I can't block anybody right now. I don't know why. Pam's lawyer. Can you grab that please and block them?
Yep, got you. Yeah, they have a tunnel, but because Patreons can walk through that tunnel and drive through that tunnel, they close down the east side of the track, and they bring the drivers through like quickly.
So we've officiated that OG needs to stop talking crap about Dover. That's what this chat.
Well, it's. I mean, I only was born there.
Mm.
Lived there my whole life. Well, until I went to college.
I just hold on. I just swallowed my pop rock.
The problem with racing Dover, the problem is that the banks are too high for concrete, but the asphalt wasn't going to hold up any longer. So they did the
Girl.
concrete, but the concrete's pulling away for the barriers.
I literally spent probably $45,000 on Dover in my car and my truck series on my game because I'm telling you, I total both my vehicles, truck and car. I'll hold the number one.
You're so
throughout the
serious
whole
about this
freaking-
game.
Oh, girl, I am.
You don't understand. Like, well, like she went off the app and then came back and told everybody she's a fucking NASCAR driver now.
I remember that.
Yep. Yep.
And the Dover really shouldn't be 500 miles. It should be should be less than 400 because it's the G forces are hard on the drivers.
Yeah. Did you guys know, real quick, flip, the bleachers are kind of straight up, straight down at Brooklyn? Yeah. Did you guys know, my whole life, I wondered how the drivers went to the bathroom?
In their seats.
Yep. Like, I was always like, as a kid, I could never figure out, like, damn, how do they keep going around? Like, do they stop? Because, as a child, you can't, like, did they come off the track and we just missed it? Is it magic? I did not know that they have
Wear a
tubes.
diaper.
No, they have tubes.
I know, I was being funny.
They don't know. The tubes are new. Like I would say, the last 10
Yeah.
years. They used to just go in their seats, like literally go in their seats.
Yep, and you have a drip hole in the bottom of the seat.
I would probably not drink anything because I could not sit in a pissy
But OG,
race suit.
they can't not drink anything because they get
know.
so dehydrated in there.
Bro, when I did the NASCAR race experience, the Richard Petty one in Myrtle Beach,
Yep.
we did like a normal race. Hi, Christina. We did like a normal race, and I shit you not, by the time I got out, I was drenched in sweat.
Well,
And we didn't even have like all the, heavy shit that they have on.
Well, and think about like Talladega in the middle of summer.
All right, Hallie Mae.
That's a
message
long
me if
ass.
you need
That's a
anything,
real
honey.
long race. They lose
Mhm.
weight when they get out of those cars.
Yep. Yeah, Talladega is up.
But I mean, the
It's
amount of money
changing.
they get paid at the end, I mean, I would say,
Honestly, NASCAR drivers don't make the kind of money people think they do.
Nope.
Like, they
Off
really
the app-
don't.
No, only off advertisements.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if they do anything
they still ain't on food stamps.
at Brooklyn this year with Kyle Busch passing.
Oh, they'll do something at every race for the end.
Yep.
Because like when Alan Quickie and Davey Allison died, they did something every year, like at every race.
Oh,
going.
Scorpio, you did at Indy?
Yes. Mama Bear's car. Do you remember when before Six Flags turned to Six Flags, it was Riverside Park? That's the reason why I'm asking that. Because
Riverside in California?
Hey, Nikki.
no, in Massachusetts, it was in. The reason I'm asking, my family owned like 2 race cars there, and then this is back when I was young, and then they started sponsoring and half owned a couple cars actually in NASCAR.
Tab. So when we
You like Jared drive?
always stay infield, right? Really? Damn.
Who will be the
When we stay infield, like we always take the kids down to pit row, and they'll get like lug nuts off drivers' cars, shit like that. But I can absolutely see pit crew getting hit if they don't move fast enough because the way they come flying in there, and you can hear like you can rent the transmitters for like your favorite drivers. So
Oh,
you can hear-
we used to have those when I was younger. Yeah.
yeah. You can hear everything that's being said. It's really neat. I would highly recommend, like, say you've never really been into racing. I would just highly recommend everyone experience one NASCAR race in your life, at least just one.
And even if you say, "Oh my God, how can they go one way?" Don't think like that because it's totally different in person.
Right.
I mean, I did fall asleep. I went to the one in Virginia.
I bet Mary would know who Alan Quickie is because Mary's the
Oh my! I was in Atlanta when he won his championship. It was Richard Petty's last race. It was Jeff Gordon's first race, and Alan Quickie won the championship. He was the last owner driver. He was the very last owner driver ever.
They
Hold on,
probably
let me turn it up because Mom's talking to you guys, but she's across. Mom, will you turn her video down?
They probably will do something about Ned Jarrett, as Ned Jarrett was a big commentary in this sport.
Well, he was also a driver, like back in the
Right.
day.
Right, but he
Yeah,
got-
I loved Alan Quickie.
yep, same.
Tab, my all the guys in my family, they do that.
My favorite driver was Ernie Irvin, Swervin Irvin.
For real?
Yep.
I gotta send you something then because I used to have to tow his car from Connecticut up to New Hampshire when they raced at New Hampshire.
Really?
I have pictures of his car on my flatbed.
Yeah. Do you guys remember? Mom just brought that up too. What happened to Irvin? He hit the wall and just never recovered in Michigan.
Well, yeah, well, he did. He tried to come back, and then he had another accident.
Yep. My dad was friends with Earnhardt.
I mean, look,
When I had to break the news to him, PPO. I'm sorry. My family cried. I kid you not when I say we grew up like that. We literally, what did they say? Eat, breathe, sleep. We did NASCAR our whole lives.
same.
It was my
Yeah, my
21st
mom
birthday when
had-
Earnhardt died, and we were out to dinner when we got the news, and we left dinner. Like we just left, like we stopped eating and all left. Like
I remember
my family was like,
in
we
front of
traveled
the
every
TV.
weekend.
Yeah, Jamie, that's what someone just said.
The thing that sucks about Earnhardt is if you're a NASCAR fan, you know, like I would have seen something happen to him in any other crash he was in. That crash to me, I was shocked because
crazy.
it looked like nothing.
Uh-huh. Do you know still to this day, Animal, I will go back and watch that crash on YouTube and analyze it because I just don't get it. I don't.
Well, yeah, but it all
You
has
have to
that-
keep in mind that he didn't use a regulation seat. He didn't use a regulation helmet.
Yeah, he was
No.
against all of that. He said
Well-
that NASCAR started making sissies and that racing wasn't what it used to be. And he refused to use a lot of the regulation shit.
That's
Yeah.
why they made it mandatory for the Hans device.
Yeah.
You guys hear that Junior's talking about going back racing?
Well, he's talking about semi full time. You know what happened to my cord? My charging cord?
Yeah, Mama. It was sad. I remember coming into my parents were standing there just all in front of the TV. You know what's crazy is like back then as a kid I'd be like, why are my parents crying about these people?
You were,
And now,
you
as
were
an adult-
19, OG. You weren't a kid. I was 21. You were 19.
Listen, lady, I was a kid. But I remember
No.
like thinking like, why are my parents crying over that? And now as an adult and growing up, like and getting to know, you know, these drivers and their families. Oh, Kyle Busch and his wife did a series, NASCAR Wives, and it was a short-lived because of the way Kyle Busch's wife was. They literally kaputted the show, which sucked. Like I wish they would have kept going, but none of the other wives wanted to work with her on the show anymore. But it was kind of cool watching that because it was really neat, like to see what they did, you know, like daily. And it's not like they just, you know, are busy during race season. They're busy all year long. Yeah, Jen, you seen it? Yeah.
And race season is February to November. It's not, they get 2 months off.
And the saddest thing with Kyle, I'm sorry, is Braxton. That kid is going to be. I think he'll beat his dad's record when, because Hendricks has already said, or Richard Childress has already said, they're retiring that car until he gets old enough to race, and then he will be in his dad's car.
Did I tell you what Richard did with my daughter?
Richard Petty?
No, Childers. I can never pronounce his last name. Never.
Childress.
So his grandson Kyle, or Austin, excuse me, won, and he was engaged to this really pretty girl. Well, the girl liked my daughter Small Fry and came up, brought her down into Winner's Circle with them for their pictures and everything.
Oh, yes, you told me
Richard,
that
like-
once before.
I have. I think I showed you the pictures. I have the pictures of it. They were like, they're super down to earth people.
That's
And
the thing
then-
that,
Go ahead, Animal.
that people don't understand, that these people are regular people.
Now I will say, like Bubba Wallace, yeah, there's some assholes. Bubba Wallace, 2 years ago I think it was, literally came into our part, like the fans part of the infield, walked into our neighbor's trailer, pissed, walked out, and they were like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" He's like, "Do you know who the fuck I am?" Kicked over their cooler. Like he was just, he needs to stop, Mama. I agree. I agree.
Alright.
Oh, gee, you're never gonna beat that racist tag. Keep talking about Bubba Wallace like that.
Listen, that Small Fries, like that was her crush forever. We stood outside that damn gate for so many hours that day so she could meet him. But it's
He's not-
neat because you get to see them, like you see and meet their kids. They bring their kids and their wives out. It's truly a whole family event.
Yeah, but Bubba Wallace is not a fan's fan.
No, he's not. And that's the thing I think that a lot of them need to realize is like your fans are what keep you going in this
Yep.
this circuit, this sport. Like your fans are really what you depend on.
Did any of them watch anything?
Oh yeah. Well, do any of you guys watch NHRA racing?
I used to when my dad was alive. I would watch it with him, but
So my stepdad was a Top Fuel dragster driver, and so was my uncle. They grew up, on cars. My uncle passed away on the track. He lost control and hit a wall.
No, the car's split
I thought he hit the wall, then it
No.
split.
in half. Hit a bump on the
Hit a bump on the track, and the car split. I thought he hit the wall, and the car split.
That's what killed him. Because
Those freaking cars go so fast that I could never.
Yeah. Oh, the neighbors hated my dad. He'd be out there on Sunday morning.
They didn't. They loved.
They loved dad, but they hated the damn cars because on race weekend it would be him loading up because we had like a semi and it had a hydraulic lift, so
Yep.
we'd put one car on, lift it up, and then the bottom, you'd have another car or golf carts and all that, and like all the toolboxes and everything, and in our neighborhood, it was like a closed subdivision, so he'd start that car up. In fact, when he passed, I told Mom, because our town is a small, close-knit town, and my parents owned a restaurant here for 22 years. Like, everybody knows, them, and they always did, like, all the, like, special events for people, and they donate food and everything. Well, I told her, I said, at his funeral, we should bring the dragster out in front, but my stepdad was not the type of person to like all attention on him, so my mom was like, no, because I don't think he would like that, so we didn't end up doing it. But yeah, the neighbors hated race weekends, and hearing that damn car rattle their windows at 7 a.m. and they were not happy.
Huh? I'm sure they got over it.
They did. I mean, they all liked, they loved Mom and Dad, but it was that damn car at 7 a.m. that they could have
Except for
probably.
Paul, old Paul in the corner. He loved when Luke started that car. But Luke drove the car down the road at one time. So.
Yeah, the little kids. I wouldn't say his name, Mom. No, Dad. The people, my stepdad and Mom have done so much for our community that they did the amount of outpouring support that when Dad passed, like they were doing news articles on Dad and everything. Like he was a great guy. Like he helped anybody and everybody. He always supported my dreams of feeding everybody and anybody. I'm like, hey, there's a family of 15 that needs food, and I want to feed the whole fucking country for Christmas, and he would help me do it. I'd go into the restaurant and we'd make it happen. In fact, at one point, people were going down to the dirt bike tracks. Remember that? We did all that food. The pizzas, the wings, the salads, all of that. Yep. Oh, hell yeah. Hold on, there's a spider above my head on the ceiling.
Oh no, call everybody. Burn the house down.
Mama OG kept looking above me. She's like, I don't know if you got a spider above your head. I got him. You gotta be careful on with the word you're saying, because they'll take animals live down.
For saying spider?
No, for saying the K word you just said. You gotta say unalive.
Oh,
Hey.
I hate that we got to change everything on. We got to conform to TikTok, but TikTok never conforms to us. Taking people down for no reason.
I'm gonna drop. I gotta walk the dog.
Well, you have fun walking the dog.
Yeah. Well, we have a fenced-in yard, but he won't go. He just stands by the door. I have to put him on a leash and walk him around our yard. He came from a very bad situation. He was my last patient at the shelter. He came from a real, but yeah, we have a fenced-in yard. I was so excited when we moved here, when we built the place, because we had this huge yard, and he won't go do anything in the yard by himself. I have to walk him on a leash.
Oh,
He's
my
difficult.
God. That's funny though. That's kind of cool. I mean, no, you're not riding your bike. It's raining. Oh.
You can go play with the bike, though.
You can go play with the bike.
Go play with the bike.
You can't ride the bike. It's raining, honey. I know you want your bike, but it's raining. I'm sorry.
I'm not bundling you up just to ride around the block a couple times. Sorry.
OG dropped herself. What the hell? Isn't it? She has it rough. So rough. And I still have no fucking mute button. Like, what the hell? I literally have no fucking mute button. Like, I don't like the... Yeah, the spider ate her. Well, at least she was able, if she doesn't come back. She got what she had to say out. Oh, she back.
What do you have to say?
That your phone sucks.
Hey,
Well, I mean,
I'm on the good one.
yeah, but
Yeah,
even
you're in a damn wind tunnel. I honestly think it's her earbuds.
I think so too.
Who wants to be front and center?
Somebody wants to ride their bike in the rain.
Yep, and it's not happening.
I mean, it's not thunderstorming.
Who wants to be front and center?
Who wants you front? Hold on. They want you front and center. Who? Who wants me front and center?
I thought that
Oh
was-
yeah, because I can't mute. It's like, I don't know. I don't know why I can't mute. I don't like it.
You can't mute.
No, I have no mute button. I was sitting here when I first started this live trying to find my mute button because with the other update I found it again. And I'm like, yeah. Now I go and look and I can't find it. Oh well.
Weird.
Anyhow,
So OG, anything else? Anything you want to tell people to leave you alone for the weekend?
I mean,
I want to know why she's even on here now.
because it rained and I had a few minutes.
And she asked me to go if I would go live so that she didn't have to do all her platform and stay alive and and she had to address some things.
I still don't even know. I mean, I kind of heard that a little bit about Whitty and her shit once she got back home. I'll
Oh
say it
yeah,
again. Whoever Ubered her, you are the fucking problem.
yeah. I seen her when she was standing outside waiting, and then when the Uber came and got her, um, she was in the back seat flipping the camera off and all that stuff. And I just thought I don't have any more energy for her. I couldn't watch it. And then when she got home,
So it
they
must have
said
been like literally right after
It
I
was.
ended.
literally OG.
It
It was
was.
like 5:26.
Yep.
You are truly the problem. Exactly, Jen. Exactly, they are.
Hold on a minute. I can tell you who offered to get her an Uber. Hold on a second. Let me.
Be the reason.
So be the. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, OG, because you know what kind of facility it was. I forget.
Well, when the officer called me back, they said that they were taking her to get help. They told me what they were taking her to. It was not a hospital. It's a program that they have, and I'm not going to repeat what it was. But they did tell me that it's voluntary, and she could turn around and leave if she wanted. And apparently, that's exactly what she did. So, what was the point of wasting the officer's time?
I don't.
What was the point?
I get it. I don't think it was a waste of time because again, she came online and did the same thing, and you know,
You
people.
not feel it was a waste of time, then, bro? Like, listen to yourself.
Oh, yeah. For her to go with the officers, yeah, it was a waste of time.
Absolutely.
I see what you're saying. Sorry.
Them officers could have freaking literally been saving somebody else's life. And, you know, it's not that I don't want them to save Woody's life because I do. She needs help. But, and then from my understanding, once she went back live, when she got back home, she was saying more vile shit than before she went. Exactly. Waste of resource. 100%.
Yeah, she was still going off about the same stuff she was going off about before she went. So the same subjects were being talked about again. And then she went off one time and, well, disconnected and boom, never came back on. It was actually nice. Oh, she's blocked in here, Christina. I have nothing that I need to say to her. She can go around this fucking app and say, oh, I want to have a conversation. I owe you an apology. I owe an apology. And, you know, listen, I'm not going to say what OG and I talk about, but OG told me, you know, and I'm like, no, when she can stay sober and actually have a sober conversation with me, maybe. But that's the issue. Every time she wanted to have a conversation with me, she was under the influence.
I mean, I love the whole me waking up to a text from her saying I'm a disappointment.
Oh, I gotta sing something real quick, OG, because I got drug about it today. I was getting drugged because I was singing Kumbaya. Kumbaya.
I can mute you. I can't mute you. Fuck.
No.
No, she absolutely texted me at 5 something this morning and told me I was a disappointment. I showed the text. So I definitely let her know. But the only disappointment was, and I sent her videos of herself from last night and the other day. And I told her that her friends that were trying to help her, like Megan, myself, and a couple others, are literally tired of doing the definition of insanity with her. And enough is enough. We're done.
And whoever Jeff's child support fund was sending her gifts.
Hello, our Lord of Wisdom.
I just wanted to address that comment in the chat where it is such a fine line because what if something bad happened? We showed yesterday that when something bad arose, things got put into motion. It got addressed. It was then continued to be a mockery. It is not our place in this world to always reach out and save everybody that doesn't want to be saved. We did what we could. I personally am now washing my hands of the situation. I never wish anyone harm, but it is no longer my concern, my worry. It is not going to sit in my brain. What if she did something? What if she does something? That's on her. We cannot continue to kick ourselves for bad behavior and bad choices. OG went above and beyond last night to help her, and all she did was make a mockery of it. And I'm saying that really loud because it's a shame that she did that, because when people really need help and they're willing to take it, they can't get it because of this scenario, because of other people calling and having welfare checks when they were unnecessary. They don't take these situations as serious. They did last night, thanks to OG going above and beyond and having that conversation with that police officer. But we, as people who have kindness in our heart and see what she's done and doing and all the things that given her grace, when she continues to slap us, it's no longer gets to live free in my head.
Mine either.
Literally blocking, washing my hands, and moving on. There's nothing else that can be done by us for her. She has to make that move.
Right. I just don't want to hear it when people say, come over and tell me, oh, Whitty's threatening this or hitting her. It's not my.
That's why I said when we started this live, listen, I don't want to know. Please don't tell me. It's not that I don't care, but there's nothing I can do. Nothing. I have found out that she has lied to me for our whole friendship. I'm unlike her. Well, I can't say I'm not ever gonna say, because I may say what it is. But I found out that it's been a complete lie. And then on top of that, like, there's sometimes, you guys, where I will be sitting here and the kids are in bed, my husband's sleeping, Mama OG's sleeping, and I get on the white flag app for people that may have their white flag raised. Do you know it took me longer last night to get those cops to show up out there because of all the fake calls before? I had to explain to them, listen, I know that there's been many calls to her address, but this is serious. I'm not calling just because I'm a pissed off person on TikTok.
And if y'all see me going live later tonight, it's because I'm trying to fix my fucking mute button.
Leslie, I just got on because Mama OG was on the app and I heard somebody get into, I don't know if they got into MJ's box or if, I don't know what it was, but I heard him say, did you guys hear Whitty outed OG's husband for cheating on her? So I tried to call MJ on Discord thinking that she could mute the live and answer. I guess she can't. So I did say I'd appreciate it if you would, nix that little rumor in the butt. I don't know if she did or not. If she didn't, I guess it is what it is. So Animal and I were talking and I said, hey, could you do me a favor and go live? Because I just want to address it one last time.
And let me say, I did not call her about or talk to her about TikTok stuff.
Harmony, yeah, I know. She kept saying that Hallie Not Berry told her that, which I did confront her too, and she said she's never said it. I will say this again for people that might not have been awake, okay? The only person my husband could have been cheating on me with 3 days before our wedding would be my other personalities.
And I do know that there is a. Hold on, sorry guys. What, baby? You're all done? There you go. You can still have it. There you go. There is a. He will be going on a date with someone. You'll hear that, see that every once in a while.
Yeah. He likes picking my personalities. I will say the cop was pretty disgusted when I had to call her and say, the one time and say, hey, we can hear everything you guys are saying. Then I had to call her back and say, hey, I don't know whose car she's in, but she's live. And she's like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I said, yeah.
Who's requesting it? The quiet one. Do you want a box? I don't know.
I'm just
She
going to
said,
remind everybody that it is not the responsibility of the loved ones or the people who care about someone that's in addiction or is currently struggling. Yes, it's always good to help. Yes, it's always good to be an ear. Yes, it's always good to be there. Everybody needs someone. I'm never saying that. But we don't have to carry that guilt. I walked away from my brother many, many, many years ago, and that was because I chose to not live the life of an addict. Did it hurt? Was it hard? Did it suck? Every day. Does it still suck to this day? Yes. But I know that for me and my family and my own personal, not safety, my own personal peace, that was a choice that I made. Do I carry guilt around if something happened to him from then until now? No, because these are all choices that he continues to make. The help has been ready there for him. The path has been paved, and he's chosen not to take it, and that's on them. That's not on us.
Right.
As hard as it is to walk away and love someone from a distance, it's possible. It is a thing that we should all do more frequently instead of being put into the positions that we were last night. She said and did some horrible things to people and then followed it up with that nightmare. And the people that she said and did horrible things rallied and tried to get her the right help. She wasn't being bullied. She wasn't being harassed. None of that was happening. But at the end of the day, it's exhausting emotionally for the people that were directly involved in that, trying to do the right thing when they're only going to get criticism from the people who don't see the truth or want to make these people be ugly people. And you just, at the end of every day, have to stand on you. Who cares what anyone else out here thinks? I promise you, when I go to bed at night, I know who I am, and I wake up proud of who I am.
Cesario said, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm not judging. I just have never understood walking away from a loved one regardless. Okay, let me explain this. And I understand your next comment says, like I said, I'm not judging anyone's own course of action. I'm just expressing my opinion. So there comes a point, right, where you're doing the definition of insanity. And you have to look out for you, because if you are not on your A game, you're no good to anybody else. And when you are living with somebody or dealing with somebody in addiction, you're doing the definition of an insanity, especially if they don't want to get help. And it's literally, I've been doing this song and dance with Whitty for over 2 years. It is literally draining. You literally get to a point where okay, for instance, I can admit that at one point I was enabling Whitty because she would get wasted, she would be mean, she would call me nasty names. I would text her and say, the way that you treated me tonight was absolutely unacceptable. And then she would get on the phone with me and start talking about something completely different and dismiss everything she had done. Okay. She wouldn't even talk about it. So here I go through counseling every week, right? I go to therapy every week. I'm not ashamed to admit that. And she literally, part of my therapy started becoming about Whitty, a supposed friend of mine that I get kicked by every fucking day she gets drunk. I'm sorry. That's not my daughter. That's not my mother. That's not my aunt. That's not my sister. That is somebody that I met here on this app. Okay. And then I started going through my text messages with Whitty. And do you know, out of 2 years, it's been twice she said, "Hey, how are you today?"
Yep. And the whole thing is, OG, I feel bad all the time because if it wasn't for me, you would have never met Whitty. And
I don't know, bro, because she, for a while there, remember, she was coming in all of our boxes and lives on like 5 different accounts.
Yeah, that's what she does. But it's been a repeated pattern. And it sucks. It's never changed. And, she got home last night, was saying that her mother is declining. And pretty much this is all our faults.
Wait, I don't know if you're listening, but I suggest you tell the app the truth before I start talking.
I thought
Here's the thing, Cesario. You never really like shut the door, right? Not on your family or like your close loved ones. We are talking about somebody that I met on TikTok, okay? Someone I met on TikTok. Now, think about it. If I am investing my time, my energy, and everything into Witty consistently, that is taking out of the cups of my husband, my children, my mother, my animals, myself.
Sicario absolutely knows Witty and has known Witty as long as I have.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, Sicario. Yeah, so Sicario just said, I'm referring to blood family, I've closed the door on friends and vice versa, not family. Yeah, I can get that. Absolutely.
OG, did you play that message I sent you last night too?
Probably not. Hold on.
Girl.
Susan, can you put that down? Thank you.
I absolutely agree with you with the family thing. It does make it harder when it's your family. My brother started using when he was 18. He is now 45. At some point, I had to stop fighting that fight for him. I had to stop doing all the things. If my brother got sober and actually put in the work and showed that he was putting in the work, I would have contact with him. It would be minimal, because again, I've seen the roller coaster, and again, I have to keep my peace. And it's not just my brother. My mother was sober for 17 years, and now she's not. So that's a whole nother world. Have I walked away from my mom? No. But I will not do that song and dance with her again. I will not live that again because I'm 50 and I don't have to anymore. And that's my personal road journey on what I went on with it and my personal things. But that's how I deal with not living in that chaos every day. It's not fair to me and mine for our worlds to be ripped up because someone I love dearly chooses to be ugly.
Well, and you have to know like when to set boundaries, because givers will always give and takers will always take. And if you don't set those boundaries, you're gonna be depleted real fucking quick if you're a fucking giver.
I only wish when I was in my addiction that I had as many people cheering me on and being supportive through my getting clean and sober and all of that.
Well, and honestly, that's the thing, Breezy, is that like all the time that we've spent on Witty the last 2 years is literally time that could have been spent helping somebody who wanted the help, not somebody who's kicking us every time we turn around and saying god awful things about. Look, my husband has this app. Yes, he does. My husband doesn't ever really come on and say shit. He'll come in and throw gifts to people. He might say hi, or he'll say hi. He doesn't really talk a whole lot, right?
Last night he jumped in a box.
Yeah. But for you to sit and make lies on my husband when he's offered to drive to you, for us to drive to you to help you.
And Leslie, I agree with you 100%. I 1,000,000% agree with you. But in today's world, there's so many ways of getting help versus what there used to be.
Well, and I find it very weird too, because like last night she sat there arguing, saying that she's never seen or talked to my daughters. That's wild, because she's literally been on video chat, FaceTime with me, and has had whole conversations with my daughters.
Right.
So that I just start to tend to wonder if it's more than just alcohol at some point.
I mean, bottom line is Witty got called out on her garbage she was spewing and needed deflection.
Unhinged said, question, no judgment. Why did y'all put up with it for this 2 years? So
It wasn't this bad.
in the beginning it wasn't this bad. Animal told me, like, listen, I've had enough. You're gonna end up getting hurt, OG. You need to be careful. And me, thinking I can help everybody. Like, nope, I'll talk to her. She'll get it. That's my bad.
And I kept saying, well, if you can get through to her, thank God somebody finally can get through to her.
And then we think we make headway, and
I
then
just
boom.
want to pause you for 1 minute, OG. That's not your bad. That's you. That's who you are. That shows your character. It shows you your heart. It shows the true you, that you continue to not give up on someone that continued to tell you they weren't ready. Don't ever apologize for that.
Oh, agreed.
And here's the thing, she's never directly said to me, even off the app, I'm not ready to get help. She always tells me she wants help. So that's why I kept pushing. Free One says, why doesn't her family reach out to her? Has she burnt bridges? So I said earlier, you've lied to me about something, Witty, our whole quote unquote friendship. Witty has told me this whole time that her children are involved in her life. The officer told me herself on the phone last night that Witty told her that she's not had contact with her children in a few years due to her drinking.
And wait, I gotta say something, OG, before people. For the past 3 years, she's been offered. People have offered to pay for her full treatment. People have offered, you name it, they have offered it to Witty, and she has not taken it.
Unhinged, I agree, and that's where I'm saying, like, I have to put my mental health first. I can't do this no more. So I had no intentions of doing it last night, right? And people kept coming or texting me like, "Oh, gee, you've got to do something. You got to do something." So I did something. Now I'm saying, please do not come tell me when she's hitting herself. When I don't care if she's got her head in the freezer and she should slam on the door. If that's what she chooses to do, that's on her.
I did that in the
last night in her live. She said she was mumbling in the background, and you could hear her. It was like she was talking to herself, but she was talking. It's like she was talking to someone else, but she was talking to herself. And she said she hasn't had her kids in her life for a while. And somebody else in the chat actually said Tab heard the same thing.
Yeah, she hasn't had her.
But OG, that message that I sent you, it has something to do with maybe there's more.
I did. I listened to that before I went to bed. I was just so mentally drained. I just, even before I hit the live button, after I heard the bullshit she said about Megan and her husband and me and my husband, I didn't want anything to do with TikTok last night. So when I ended, I didn't want to listen to a fuck thing anyone sent me, but I did. I just didn't respond.
And Christy Joe, yes, that's something she does.
And Mary, you're right. I think she wants to snap her fingers and be sober. I'm 9 years sober, and I still do counseling Monday through Friday. Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, I go from a morning time. Sorry, let me retract that. Monday, Wednesday, I do evening time, and Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday, I do mornings. I don't have to, but I choose to.
Where you been?
Because you have to put in the work in yourself. And that's in all life, not even just in sobriety. I mean, like, even somebody that's not had an addiction or struggle still has to work on themselves. That's the point. We have to work on ourselves every day. Every day is a new day to be a better me, a better version of me. And people that are in addiction just have a harder time with it, but they have to be willing to put in the work. Absolutely. You're correct, Breezy, and you put in the work. And that's what makes me proud of you, is that you put in the work. You see that you are valuable enough to put in the work in yourself.
Yeah. And here recently, because of insurance being the way they have been my counselor had to tell me that I was going to have to start coming 3 days a week, and I cried.
Witty is she's still at the victim stage. She's a victim, right? She's not looking at it as I'm the problem. I'm doing this to myself. I mean, she's been offered hella help. And
are you DoorDashing something, OG?
No,
that was my phone.
Oh, okay.
she won't take it. She will not take the help.
And the only person that can make that happen is her. And that happens with anybody in addiction is that you have to say, okay, I can't fucking do this anymore. I'm willing to put in the work to not be this person anymore. I see that I'm valuable. It doesn't just wake up one day and be like, today's the day, motherfucker. That's not how it works. So
You know,
implying that is crazy on the internet.
Here's the thing. I have not been quiet about the fact that I struggle with mental health, okay? And there's been times where I have come to my mother and said, hey, I have been on a very bad path. I am not okay mentally. I don't think my meds are working anymore. I am white knuckling it through life, and I am no good to any fucking body else until I get myself right. I need to go check myself in. And that's what I did. I knew that I would not be good for anybody if I myself was not 100. And that's what I just got a phone call from somebody else from the app today. I didn't know they went inpatient. She just called me right before Animal called me today. And I was like, girl, where are you at? Like, it sounds like you're like in the hospital or in jail. And I'm not going to say who it is. But she said that she had, seen some stuff of her here on the app, and she knew she needed to go get help again. An epilepsy fighter, there is nothing wrong with that, honey. I'm glad that you could identify that you needed help again.
And y'all, if
Good-
you want
good-
to say,
Good
You
for
want-
you, epilepsy, that you stay strong. I'm glad that you seen that you needed help and you reached out for the help. It's okay to ask for help. You can't be the strongest person in the room if you're not noticing that you need that help as well. I'm proud of you, girl. You keep doing you. I know life is hard and it feels like a lot, but you got this.
And it's okay to not be okay. Let me put that out there. It is okay to not be okay. I have to tell myself that on the days where I can't be 100. I have to tell myself that on days where I have to say to my husband, hey, today's an 80-20 day. I need you to be 80% because I've only got about 20. Or I need you 90 because I got about 10. It is okay to not be okay.
And you said the White Flag app is free and you're actually chatting with people, correct?
Yep.
So that'd be a great place, if you're worried about, talking to someone on the phone and stuff like that. If you're better with text, you can, I don't know what it is OG does. I don't.
Corianne, and I'm glad that you knew that you needed help and went partial inpatient. Sometimes it's something like that where they just do an add-on to an antidepressant you already have. It'll make all the difference. The White Flag app is absolutely amazing, and let me tell y'all something. You don't have to have mental health problems or be in a crisis to get on that app, right, and be there for other people. If you download that app and you see, it'll ask you, what are your, well, I should say back when I originally signed up years ago for it, it asked certain questions. And you put, diagnoses in, anxiety, depression, GAD, generalized anxiety disorder, stuff like that. You put that in. And they kind of, network you with the people with your same stuff, right? So if you check all of them, you're going to be networked with all of them. It is one of those things where when all hell is going loose here on TikTok and I don't feel like listening to the bullshit of TikTok, I'll just sit here on the app or on the White Flag app and talk to people that have their flags raised. I've used it before and it's because I heard of it from OG. Have you, Hazel? Did you like it? Wait, am I saying that wrong? I can't read that name correctly because of the font.
And then you're not out here puking your shit on the internet where they're just going to use it against you at some point because they're a bunch of fuckheads. With that being said, I do have to drop because I do have dinner that needs to be made. Everyone matters. Everyone matters. But that doesn't mean that your kindness gets to be mistaken for weakness. And we always need to keep our own space safe.
Yep.
Always keep your own safe space. You can't save someone that doesn't want the help. I'm not saying don't be an ear. I'm a firm believer in everyone needs an ear. What I'm saying is you can't save someone that doesn't want the help.
But you also don't have to be a doormat by being an ear either.
Correct. And remember that at no point do you have to be a doormat. Sometimes those choices are hard, but I promise when you work through that hard step, the payoff is better. Your peace, your space, not full of chaos, is an amazing thing. I know we get in these lives and we deal with this drama and all the things, and we bring that into our own lap. We, as individuals, are responsible for our mental health. When we're in a place that's making us really squirrely, walk the fuck away. Nothing is worth you being in that space and fucking jeopardizing your peace. Mm-hmm. And that goes with addiction. They know when they're not supposed to be somewhere because they know where that's bringing them, and they walk away. Breezy dropped, and I know that she will say that is correct. You walk away from situations that put you there. Just walk away. I promise it'll be there tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. I'll be in the chat.
Yep, I agree. I just want to hit on some comments real quick. Yeah, Hazel, I am glad that me saying the app one day, you heard it and you went to it. I'm happy. Don't ever feel ashamed to reach out for help. Mama Seven, I'm glad you used the app. There was a comment that I seen right here. Epilepsy Fighter said, that's why I didn't reach out to anyone on here, because I didn't want it thrown in my face. So there are some people, honey, that you can reach out to on here that will never throw that shit in your face. There are other people that I would say run. Used it for a year. Best thing I've done to heal myself. That's amazing, Hazel. It's called White Flag, Shelly.
I came up just to say you do a lot of education. At least I feel like you try to educate. And I think for many people, there are two sides of this, which is you never know when the desire to get help is real and when it's not. And so it's a two-sided coin that if you don't rise to the occasion, you're going to be demonized if something bad happens. But then, like last night, where you do rise to that occasion and you do make the call and it's all for nothing. Now, maybe you can say it's not all for nothing because in the end she was safe and you did everything you could. But regardless, what I'm wondering, you guys do a lot of education. Maybe it would be good, and even for the people who just listen in, to have a professional come on and talk about telltale signs of when to really make the call. When do you when can you tell someone is ready to get help? Like there are trained people who do this for a living. They can probably give a lot of insight, and I think there's been a lot of people in need lately, and I think it'd be good for everyone to kind of be reminded, these are what you should do, regardless of, who it is or how mad we are. And I think that's the thing is I know you say you won't help and you're going to step back, but I know that's not true because I know you just don't have it in you. And I don't think most of us have the ability to walk away and not worry about it. I know I don't go into her lives, but I will peek in on her to see at what state she's in. And I worry about her constantly. And then I know there's nothing I can do to help her. Half the professionals will tell you tough love, walk away. They've got to hit rock bottom. But the other ones, caution you, there's got to be someone to be there when they do hit the rock bottom to help them get to a safe place. And so that is the problem, especially with someone in a position where she is alone, she has no contact with her family. What happens when she hits that rock bottom and she has no one to turn to? So
you make a lot of very valid points, and damn you for that, because Will I probably peek in? Probably. If I said I absolutely wouldn't, I would probably be lying to all of you, and I don't want to do that. I know myself, and I'm pretty sure Animal, we have both been trained with what we've done in life. Just because my nursing license is not active does not mean that I just throw everything out the window. I'm still very much aware and on top of what to look for and all of that. Now, with that being said, I need to point this out and make this very, very apparent on this app, okay? If I was with my ex, my abuser, and the situation that happened yesterday happened, do you know that Whitty could have damn near got me beat a half inch from my life? So as much as we're like, you know, Whitty this, Whitty that, Whitty this, Whitty needs to think about how her words could absolutely get somebody hurt. Because if the situation was different and it was my ex, I will guarantee you I would have ended up in the ICU. Or maybe worse. And I think that's the part of me that is the angriest right now, are the most hurt, maybe. Because your fucking words that you spew are the lies that you spew. Because here's the thing. If my husband didn't know better, right? And he thought that I told Whitty that or told Haley that, you don't get the fact that if he was an abuser, what he could have done.
Come around here.
Yeah, Mama 7. There you go, honey. This is the white flag app that she's showing right now. I did see someone say they're trying to build up the courage to download it. As she laughed about it. Exactly. And Breezy, give me 1 second, I'll touch on that too. You don't know. People don't know. I could literally be talking when I get on the app and talk to people. I could be talking to one of you that has it downloaded. I don't know. And y'all wouldn't know it was me. Unless somehow throughout the conversation, I felt comfortable enough to tell you who I was and you felt comfortable enough. Me personally, when I get on and start talking, I don't jump right into their, you know, what is going on. I soften my way into it. And that, I think, is just because of my training that I do have. I take the time to ease into it, and I kind of just sit and let them unravel the ball to me. And to the person that said, you know, I'm trying to build up the courage to download it, honey, just download it. I promise you, nobody's gonna know it's you. You have absolutely nothing to worry about downloading it. It's absolutely free, and there's people on the other side of that app that even if you're lonely, y'all, even if you're lonely, download it. There's somebody on the other end that'll just sit there and talk to you.
And if you're ever feeling like you're gonna hurt yourself, and it, like, say OG says, "Oh, you know, nobody texts me," that's not TikTok bullshit to OG. She's not gonna leave you on red like somebody else on this app would.
No. If I say I don't want to hear about any TikTok shit, that doesn't mean you can't call my phone or text me. I would definitely say reach out to Animal to get my phone number or somebody that has my number, because I will, 9 times out of 10. In fact, I opened the app today and I've not checked any messages. So if you need to get a hold of me to talk because you're in a crisis, abso-fucking-lutely. If I've said I don't want to deal with TikTok shit, that's not TikTok shit. That is somebody in a crisis.
I will say that I use the White Flag app. I use it on a daily basis when I'm bored, when I am struggling, when I'm not struggling, when I just want something to do. I absolutely use the White Flag app on a daily basis. I recommend the White Flag app to anybody and everybody. And I will say I feel the same as OG. My DMs are always open for anything. If you all are struggling, please feel free to reach out to me day or night. I don't care if it's 3 in the morning. I don't care if it's 1 in the afternoon. I'm going to absolutely get up and I'm going to absolutely answer those phone calls.
Hi, Joyce.
Hey, Joyce.
Yeah, and Mama 7, I'm glad that the app, is helping you, and I love that you even pointed out, because I know I said it, but I love knowing that somebody else that's just sitting bored at home jumps on there to help other people.
Absolutely. Look, I swear by the White Flag app. In fact, I am trying to get someone to download it as we speak. So that's why I'm muted. If it's okay, I'm going to keep it up for the
No, you're
people
good.
that need it.
Yep.
But I'm going to mute because I am on a phone call that needs my attention.
Yep, you're good, honey. Animal, you're about to get your ass kicked.
I have no mute, and she's just throwing a fit because, yeah. She's fine.
Gemini, I'm sorry that you're crying, honey, and I don't want anybody crying, but I also don't want you suffering in silence by yourself. Okay? I promise you, downloading that app won't
Does that app help with Canadians too? That's just being for real.
I believe you can download it in Canada. I'd have to ask Joyce to see if she can download it.
Joyce said she didn't realize it was an app, but I'm sure she would for us.
So 988 is the number you call. You're going to get an actual clinician on 988. The White Flag app is other peers like
Thank you,
you
Brandon.
and I that we go through, mental health problems and stuff like that, or, you're bored, you're lonely. It's not a dating app. Let me make that very clear. But you're just sitting there bored and you get on to help other people. Their flag will go up. And Shelly, I did see your comment before I forget, and I am so glad you just downloaded it, Miss Ma'am. Thank you, because you are somebody also that I know would be good to help people. Press 2. Broken Cran said 988. Press 2 for service members or their family. Yeah, I'm broken. I'm glad you said service members. We all know that our service members do not get the treatment and the care that they deserve. Hazel, I am the same.
It does work for Canadians.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. When I am going through my mental health shit, I'll be honest, I don't want to really talk. I don't. Back in May, like the months leading up to May, I know people kept me on video chat a lot because they knew I was declining quickly. But it was literally exhausting staying on the phone with people. The texting, I could see how my patterns of texting when I'm going through a crisis could be worrisome to my loved ones, because you'll get very short answers and then I might not feel like texting back for a while. I don't know why they talk so much shit on you guys. It hurts my heart. They don't see what I do. But and you know what, Gemini, that's the thing. Like, that's why I'm like, let them talk. I don't care.
I was just going to say the same thing, OG.
Yep. Yes, Hazel, mine too. Mine too, girl. It does. There's days where, look, the amount of anxiety that I have is unreal. Like, just people talking to me, okay, is like nails on a chalkboard. For some that may not know, that I have Lyme disease. When I was getting sick with Lyme, we didn't know what it was. I was having rolling panic attacks. I was going into one panic attack, just kind of recouping from that, getting my bearings, and going right back into a major one. Thank God, and knock on wood, that I don't have them anymore. Not rolling panic attacks, but for the love of the Lord, like, I did not think I was going to make it out of that. I didn't. I walked upstairs one day. This was after my dad died. passed away. And I don't know, it probably had been like 2-3 weeks. I was not doing good. I would go to work, I would come home, and I would sit in the dark. I would wake up at 8, 9 in the morning. Keep in mind, I wouldn't get home from work until 4 or 5 in the morning. I'd wake up at 8, 9 in the morning, and I would sit in the dark. Yeah, my mom would beg me. Been there, done that with constant panic. Yeah. Gemini, message me. Let me see. Am I following you? Yep, we're friends. Okay. Let me tell y'all something that I absolutely hate. Oh, here for it. You dropped. I still wanted to talk to you, honey. I hate the damn med go rounds. And what I mean by med go rounds is this is why I laugh like when Florida Man said the shit that he said about me and Bougie and all them fucking morons. I hate med go rounds, okay? Hazel, I get it.
I brought her
Yeah,
back up.
yeah. Thank you. With the autoimmune diseases I have, I get it. I am not a fan of what I call med go rounds. And that's where, you know, they put you somewhere, they try you on this med for 3 days, they talk to you for 5 minutes in the morning, how you feeling? You're like, I don't know, I just started the med. Second day, how you feeling? I mean, I don't know, I just started it. Third day, how you feeling? I don't know, I just started it. Well, here, let's put you on a different one. That shit drives me nuts. Before you know it, you have a whole cocktail of meds. Now, I am not saying don't take your meds because, hey, it works for some. I am on meds, okay? It took them a very long time to convince me to take them meds. Yeah, and I had to be inpatient to take them because I swear up and down I was going to unalive if I took any of those meds. The Gemini, and that's what they did to me. Now, I will tell you this. I did find that the old school, you know, the term, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I wish that they would do that in Western medicine as well. Because the one antidepressant that works for me is an old school tetralytic antidepressant. Here for it. I think it would be great, right, to come on. And back when I first started my platform, we did like addiction and recovery. We did mental health lives. The problem that we ran into is that haters would come and say, like right now, we have 129 people in here. You see the same maybe 10 people talking, right? So we know the others are just recording or getting shit to go run with. And that is a shitty and scary thought for people who truly want to talk about mental health versus people on this app that are just all about the drama.
Right.
So at one point we did talk about doing like, this was back when like the subscriptions were huge. We talked about doing like a sub-only live or doing sub-only lives. We talked about doing private lives, but then the problem is you still have people that like infiltrators that they're just coming in there still to take information. And that's kind of a shame on you type shit because you're a disgusting ass human being. If you come into a live where people are being vulnerable and speaking about their mental health shit and you use that to go run it to these other platforms. Isaiah Strong, I did that same thing with Zoloft and Paxil. Alexa Pro. On my med list now, it says I can't take SSRIs or SNRIs. That's a super troll is the one who is really valid. Yeah, it is. And unfortunately, there's more. I feel like there's more of them out on this app now than anything. It's awful, cringy.
Talking about us doing drugs, and I wouldn't even take my blood pressure medicine.
Mom, you can't say that word. You got to say rugs.
We didn't hear.
Yeah, mom's still pissed off about Florida fucking them and the whole rug thing because we had to fight my mother for months to take blood pressure pills, which is why she probably had a stroke. If they only knew Like, if they only knew how hard it was, it's disgusting.
Well, I only brought up that is it does seem like when
You like it, huh?
I think part of the fault we all participate in it, which is we tend to say people's names, and it's easy because we get angry at one person and then we want to vindicate ourselves or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if we could learn to not say names and have a discussion about a subject that I think most people I think most people realize right now that there are several people in a bad place mentally. I mean, we see it in our group, we see it in groups that aren't with us. They're struggling. People, that are actively, we're actively fighting with, but even I can see that they're mentally struggling. If we could just stop for a moment and say, aren't we participating in that same derelict of duty, towards the other mankind? If we just put all the differences aside and say we're gonna put a pin in this and let's do some education, some awareness. Maybe we can solve some real life problems temporarily. Everyone just sit down and listen. I think, I don't know. I just hate where people are at this point. It's gotten
Out of hand.
it's just gotten bad. And so I think we are as guilty as every other side.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the stuff is funny, and some of the poking is funny, and but there does come to a point that things get dangerous and people's lives are in the bound, and I don't think that's a good place for anybody to be. And I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's I just kind of wonder if everyone could agree that for this live, maybe we should have this conversation, talk about it, educate everybody, and then if everyone wants to go back to fighting, fine. But there does need to be, at some point, there's got to be some better awareness, because what happened last night, I've only kind of seen it in reruns and clips, but things have gotten dangerous for people, and so
3-1, you're in a box.
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to piggyback on Here for It. Her suggestion is really good, and it doesn't just need to be like mental health. Like I'm right now, I have both parents critically ill, so I'm caring for them. I lost my job because of it, so trying to get mom and dad set up, it'd be nice to have like different lives with different subjects, resources for the elderly, things like that. I'd be glad to help. But it's not just mental health. If we could catch it before it becomes mental health. So just a thought. When I heard Here for It, I was like, oh yeah.
So free one.
Yes.
I know that I believe All for One still does resource lives. I can find out. Sorry, y'all. I was eating a Starburst and took my teeth out. Here for It. I did want to say this to you. We made it aware. I'm not going to say a name. You might know who I'm talking about when I say this, though.
Mm-hmm.
We made it aware one night that someone was struggling and has been struggling, and they're using alcohol to kind of mask some things, right?
Yeah.
And somebody on the other side said, "Good, I'm going to take it to hell."
That's just. I am so amazed at some of the bull that goes on this app that you know, if people were face to face, they would never say or do some of the stuff they do on here. They're keyboard warriors. We should, I know a lot of people have been hurt, like you, OG, through what went on with Florida Man. But we got to somehow figure out a way to stop it. Yeah, the lives are fun. Not fun, but funny sometimes when it's friendly banter. But it's like people don't know when to stop. And then bringing in children. I never knew such hatred and ugliness. And I work for a very large health system that we get the worst of the worst. But I didn't realize the ugliness in this world that I don't even know what to say anymore.
Some of the ugly happens also when people will message other people in a crisis and they're not familiar with someone and talking to someone, and they'll open the message, read them on red, and just leave their phone. Like if someone messages you and is in a crisis and you don't know how to handle it, message somebody else that does know how to handle it so that those people can get help, because it happens a lot. And I get it. A lot of people don't know how to handle that. But if you don't know how to handle it, message someone that you know does.
Yeah, but this white flag, it's nice to have that resource now, because I'm all over this app trying to make things better. But now that app, that sounds fabulous. Is that something, OG, that I could go on and help?
Yes, absolutely. Yep. You could go on and you could help, or if you're having a rough night with like taking care of mom, there's people on the other side.
OG, is it trained professionals or just
Nope.
people?
It is 988 is clinicians.
Okay.
White flag is literally people who have gone or going through the same as you.
Do they put you in like categories?
Yep. So when I signed up years ago, when it first came out, 1 second, you guys. My daughter has a question for me.
Oh, you're good. At least you have a mute button. I don't like this TikTok. Fix it.
It's not a TikTok problem. It's a user issue.
So other than this, how's everybody doing today? And I'm sorry, Sunset, that it's hitting hard.
So here for it. So when you first sign up or download it should ask you like the areas, right? Like anxiety, depression. Again, I downloaded it a long time ago, so I'm not sure like when you first sign up now what all it asks. But it'll ask like different areas that you either struggle with or you're good with or whatever. Then you kind of do go into categories, right? But you have the option to go, say, PTSD is a category that you didn't originally put. And you could still go if somebody raised their flag and you see a flag up, you could go to that PTSD category and talk to them. And here's the thing. Don't ever think just because you've not struggled with it, like anxiety. If you've never had a panic attack, don't think, well, I can't talk to them because I've never had a panic attack. Because that's not true. You never know. Just giving them some encouraging words may be enough to help them get through it. I will tell everybody how to ground. So then maybe if you run into somebody that's dealing with anxiety, there's a couple ways. Good Lord. My daughter just gave me like this new Twix ball thing that came out. It tastes like coffee. Sorry. Grounding is when somebody is kind of having a panic attack or an anxiety attack. when he gave you your first panic attack, ask them, what do you see?
What was he doing?
What do you hear? Have them touch something. What do you feel? Probably my favorite one that I go to with people that are going through anxiety and panic or like in crises mode is I have them close their eyes and I set a scene for them. Close your eyes. I want you to think about you sitting on a beach. I want you to listen to the sounds of the seagulls. I want you to hear the waves crashing. If it's really bad and you're like in person with them, put ice in their mouth or a little bit of salt on their tongue. I know it sounds really weird. It helps. Breathing helps, like the box breathing. I myself, when I was going through it, couldn't do the box breathing. I couldn't focus on it.
Is it one-on-one OG or is it in a group type where more than one person can read what's happening? Yeah.
One-on-one. I've not seen like a group setting, which I think would be kind of cool, honestly, to have that.
So have you ever come, well, I guess you wouldn't because it's one-on-one. My only concern with that is, I mean, obviously, you know, those of us that are clinicians, are you at all concerned that one person, you know, providing assistance or advice may not be as educated? Correct.
Yeah, so when I first joined the app, that was my biggest fear, right? Until I found out that it is being monitored constantly. So when I say it's one-on-one, it is one-on-one, but there is somebody watching over that. So if you're just a horrible person and you get on that app to go tell people to do things that you shouldn't tell them to do, if you know what I mean, they know. They watch everything.
Okay.
Everything is being monitored.
Okay. That was my only concern, is I wondered who was overseeing the communications.
Yep. Everything is being monitored on there. I think they make that really clear, like when you first download it. But it's a safe space. In fact, well, right there about this app, it says get one-on-one support in a safe space with people who understand your mental health. And people always ask me, like, Amber or OG, why do you prefer White Flag over 988 being in the medical field? Well, because me myself, who went through it, I hated talking to clinicians that never had to deal with it. I hate talking to someone that's like I'll be describing a panic attack and I'll be like, well, you know, when you get all sweaty, and they're like, no, I don't know. And I'm like, well, what the fuck am I talking to you for then? Just my own, when I was dealing with it really bad, that's how I felt. Like I wanted somebody that understood, right? My mom and I just had a conversation a couple weeks ago, because you truly feel like with anxiety and panic, you feel like you're going crazy. You feel like you're unaliving. You feel like you're having a heart attack.
That's what I'm asking too. I want to know, Hallmark, how would this have helped more last night? Like, did you see everything? Do you know everything with the backstory? I honestly don't feel it would have, because we've tried all this multiple times with her.
Yeah, Hallmark, I've literally sat off the app with Whitty for hours trying to talk to her for hours. And she just wanted to hurry up and hang up and get back on the app. And then she would just the other day, she woke up that morning, apologized for whatever she had done the night before to me, and within 2 hours, she was saying all kinds of nasty stuff again. Yeah, and Joyce is in here. Joyce has tried to help a lot of us. Just because we've not outed everything we've done, right, doesn't mean that it's not been done. A lot of us have done a lot for Whitty off this app and on this app. Yes, Hummingbird, thank you. So Hummingbird Lane says those who have walked in your shoes can help the most. Absolutely. Yep. And that's how I felt, Hummingbird. Like, I was just telling you guys. So a couple of weeks ago, Mama OG and I got into a conversation because, as y'all know, we had her stroke, right? And she started talking about her anxiety attacks with me. And I think mom feels like she's going crazy sometimes. I mean, she is crazy, but I think she thinks she's going crazy, like crazy, because she doesn't know if like it's normal or if it's real. So when I started talking to her and telling her about like when I had them, right? And what I go through during mine, it clicked with her to where she started crying. And I'm like, why are you crying? She's like, I love you just for talking to me about this and understanding where I'm coming from. When I tell y'all anxiety has no textbook, it doesn't. Do you know anxiety? This is probably going to blow your guys' mind. Do you know one symptom? And I'm not laughing. I'm just kind of like, it blew my mind when I first found out. One symptom of anxiety is repeating a song in your head over and over.
Really?
Yep. Yep. Anxiety is not a one size fits all.
I don't wish anxiety on anybody. On my worst enemy, I would never wish anxiety.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys can hear Mama OG in the background. She says, I don't wish anxiety on my worst enemy. It literally comes in so many different forms.
It does too.
Anxiety can also come in the form of my daughter suffers with anxiety and stress, and she has seizures because of them.
Yep.
She has massive seizures. We just got them under control because she realized, and she has absolutely downloaded this app, and it has helped her get those under control. So it can come in the form of medical, it can come in the form of fidgeting, it can come in all kinds of different forms.
Yep. I mean, a lot of people think that anxiety is the fight or flight response. And let me be the first to tell you that sometimes anxiety is not flight or flight at all. It's literally being paralyzed to your couch, feeling like it's an impending doom, like the world is about to end and you're unaliving. Pseudo seizures, so it's kind of like I think every clinician you ask is going to give you a different definition. Like I was born with grand mal seizures, which have now turned into epilepsy through getting Lyme and my body being thrown into the stressor of Lyme. But they're kind of like mini seizures. Some clinicians say that they're fake. We call them stress induced. I don't say any of them are fake personally myself. That's what you have, Ash. Yep. Joyce, I've heard a lot of people.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, OG.
No, you're good, honey. Go ahead. I was reading comments.
Yeah. I cannot count the times that and I'm not laughing, but I can't count the times that my daughter has been told, oh, you're having fake seizures.
Mm-hmm.
You're having fake seizures. Oh, well, we're sending you home from the hospital because even though you had a 10-minute seizure, it's a fake seizure. No, It's absolutely not. They are absolutely seizing 100%.
Hazel, yeah. So she said I lightly scratched my arm was a sign that I was starting to get anxious. Yeah. And you'll notice, like, if you pay attention to yourself, you'll notice things that you do right before you go into like an anxiety or a panic attack.
What? We don't have a popcorn.
Open on the fridge.
Yeah, it's no, it's not fun. It's not fun to live with. It's not fun to go through. There's nothing fun. And then you wonder, like, okay, when is this gonna stop? Like, wait, when are these gonna go away? And sometimes they never do. You live with it for the rest of your life. And breathe, Jen. Open and closing my hands repeatedly. See, mine is I think like the number one thing that I can tell that's from like my anxiety is I'll take and flick my fingers. Like I'll flick my 2 nails constantly.
Oh, does that take? Never mind. I can't make that joke. Never mind. I hate not having a mute button.
Yeah, trust me, I hate not being able to mute you.
I was gonna say, does that mess with the integrity of the nails?
I still can't. I can't. Like my brain can't. I can't fathom that. I just you give me too much damn credit trying to say that I work for the cartel and all that shit.
Well, everybody who works for you is still waiting. I know you're still waiting too for your pay.
Yeah. Yep. Lego lady, I am sorry, girl, because I know that's rough, honey. Yeah, Brandon, my son used to do that really bad too. Yep, checking things over and over. So my sister that passed away, she had Carrie malformation, and she had the surgery. I begged her not to, and they had her.
She had the surgery. She had the surgery at the brainstem.
Yep, decompression, and they put the mesh netting in, and she was at home one morning. It was a Friday, Mother's Day, at that, and we were going out that night, and I was really sick, and she's like, I don't know. Keep in mind, she didn't swear, so she'd be like, "Look, B, I don't care if I gotta carry you, and give you a piggyback ride. You're going out with us tonight." And
Wait, did you say your sister had a Chiari?
mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yep. So she, and let me make this really clear right now. It was not my biological sister. It was my best friend it was my A1 day one. You seen her, you seen me. We were together 24/7. Literally, we were, ask my mom, like that was my female soulmate. I remember when she passed, my mom just grabbing me and saying, well, not when I got the call, because when I got the call, I literally hit the floor and woke up with people around me. But my mom, during the planning process and everything, I was a wreck. I hadn't slept. I think I dropped, what, Mom, 20 pounds in 3 days. I looked very ill. I was just trying to make sure her boys were okay. I was trying to make sure my kids were okay because that was their auntie, that, you know, that they were the closest with her. I was trying to make sure her biological mom was okay. I was just trying to, you ever had something happen in life and you go on autopilot? That's what I did. And I remember my mom grabbing me the day of her benefit, because with her passing, she was super young. I don't know if you've all ever caught the infinity tattoo I have on my inner arm. That's for her. She passed in 2014, and she was my age. She was born in 82, and my mom grabbed my arms and she said, "You've got to stop. You need to eat. You need to sleep." She said, "You're not going to be any good to anybody else." And I remember just breaking down crying. I have never fully, I don't think I've ever fully processed her passing. I don't think I fully have grieved that because I went into autopilot mode and just did what I had to get done. But that morning, and anybody that suffers, please just, if you never listen to anything I say, because I can be an asshole on this app sometimes, if you have Chiari and you're feeling weird one morning, don't get in a shower. Don't be anywhere alone. It wasn't the surgery that took her life. Hey, Miss Ma'am. It was actually, she got in the shower, she had a seizure, she fell. When she fell, her leg covered the drain and the bathtub filled and she drowned.
Oh shit.
Her, I don't even like to call him her husband because he had been out drinking all night. At 7, we would talk every morning after we got the kids ready for school and on the bus. Once she got married and we lived in separate houses. And she had been upset, so she was up all night because he had been out drinking all night. Ash, I need to color my hair. I just thought I got to do a bleach wash on my head. And because he got home late on the couch, passed out, drunk, he didn't find her until 3 o'clock that afternoon when he woke up. And so I got a phone call, and you ever been almost like a daze where you're not fully asleep, so like you can hear things, but you're like just dozing off?
Yeah.
I remember hearing my phone go off, and I thought I was sleeping, and then I heard it go off again, and at that time, I picked it up, and I remember my ex just getting home with our daughter, and I remember hearing the words, "She's gone," and I'm like, "What?" And I heard, "She's gone," and I remember waking up on the floor with my ex-mother-in-law and my ex right there. So if you struggle with seizures, epilepsy, if you have Chiari, and you've had complications from it, I'm not trying to scare anybody at all. Just please be very cautious if you're feeling off. I will be the first to tell my family, I'm feeling a little off today. I'm going to go take a shower. Can you listen for me? And I'll be honest, that her passing that way gave me PTSD, where I was scared to take a shower without somebody sitting in my bathroom with me for a while.
Have a good night at work, Hallmark.
Have a great night. Because think about it. I had feared that, hell, well, with me having Lyme and all the health problems that I had been having, like, shit, I go in and take a shower and I fall out. What's going to happen?
Right. I can totally understand that fear. Good lord.
Well, and I'm seeing a lot of comments, bro, of people saying, like, I'm glad that I'm not alone. And please know that you're not. You're not alone. Like, and I have not been the best person on this app, okay? I will be the first to admit that. I can be a nasty bitch for sure. But I also have a heart. And
Yes.
sometimes I care too damn much. Huh?
I said you have a huge fucking heart. What?
Yeah, mildly unsupervised. I agree.
You don't get to drive tonight? They're not coming tonight?
Shelly, look, I don't blame you, honey. Mom Bear's car, you always know that you can get my phone number, dear.
Oh yeah, I'll give OG's phone number out to anybody.
Oh, I want it.
Here's the funny thing. People are like, "Oh my gosh,
don't give her my number.
Don't get people or the whole phone number thing." And I'm like, do you guys realize my phone number's been put out there, my address has been put out there? I'm not gonna change my phone number. I've had the same phone number I think since I was 19. I'll just block. Like,
see, Zeta even said, "Don't ask me for it."
Good Gemini. See, listen, you downloading the app is you taking that first step, honey.
OG, it's interesting that you talk about, obviously you have a lot of your own, I don't want to call them demons because they're not really demons, but obviously you have your own things that you deal with and things that sounds like you've stepped as well. Like the passing of your good friend. and yet you still continue to find ways to help others. And I think that's what makes people continue to push on is because they feel needed, or they can help someone, and they know that if they're not there to help someone, then something bad's going to happen. And I think that's what drives you partially, is the need to help others. And it's an unfortunate thing that people demonize you for it. I'm just going to say this. I don't think it was your intention to out the whole Virgo situation. I think she thought she was going to beat you to the punch. I don't know if you had made plans to come out with that.
None.
But
She was not going to come out with it at all.
I think maybe that's what you need to say is, listen, I wasn't going to come out with it. I wasn't going to say anything. I'm sorry you felt like, you needed to protect yourself. It was between me and you. Maybe she just needs to hear that. And maybe
I
that
think I
helps.
did say that, like,
I know,
that
but
2 lives now.
unfortunately, probably, 2 days ago when it happened, it probably wasn't heard. I don't know. I honestly think, obviously she's hurt. I know you're hurt. There's a lot of hurt feelings going on. And I think, obviously, I'm hoping at some point that people can realize, hey, I really wasn't going to come at you sideways. I was frustrated with X, Y, and Z, but no, I wasn't going to divulge that. And I'm sorry you felt like I was going to come out with it, because I wouldn't have done that. And so maybe at some point she'll hear you and she'll realize that, you weren't going to come at her. I don't know. Like I
So
said,
respectfully here for it. Listen, I hear what you're saying, but at this point, excuse me, everything that she and her friends have said, there's no turning back for me. Like, there's been some very vile shit said about me the last few days, and I literally came to her when somebody reached out asking me if I had done anything. Now, keep in mind, I had no clue her and Smashley dragged me one night on a platform because she thought I told somebody already. Then she found out that I hadn't told anybody, and she called me to apologize. When somebody else messaged me asking me if I had ever paid her bills, I went right to her and was like, hey, girl, I don't know why they're asking me, but I just want to let you know that someone's poking around wanting to know some shit. So she didn't know. Hi, baby girl. She didn't know what when I made the statement that I made. She had no clue, what I had to say. After watching the lives of her talking shit and then hearing the whole thing about, well, I'm glad it's out now so I can say how I really feel about her. It's kind of like one of those things where the boundaries, and then supposedly I'm a scammer because she sent money to a Cash App that I've not had access to since I think December. Don't quote me on the month. But when somebody helps you, right, you financially, to turn around and spit in their face, kick dirt on them, and then stomp on their big toe because you are trying to make a point or whatever the fuck you're trying to do. I don't know. But at that point, no matter if it's me, my best friend, my husband, that's where I have to say, like, you need to worry about your own mental health, not worrying about appeasing other people. As a grown...
I honestly feel like that is where so much of this is coming from. I honestly, in my heart of hearts, I don't really believe that they actually believe that you're racist, you're a scammer. I don't believe they really believe this. I think that I almost feel like these people feel like they've got to go along with what their chat is telling them they have to think and feel.
Animal
I'm
look.
like, how could you honestly feel that way?
But it's not there. I don't know. It's gone. Like, I was fine with, yeah, that's where it used to be. And now all of a sudden they moved it. It's removed from there. It's not there anymore.
I just went live to get those pictures. How does it go on from here?
So Animal is, I know what she's talking about. It's not where it normally is.
Right,
Click the three dots.
If you get the 3 dots, like, let me take a screenshot and I'll send it to Gloria. Hold on.
I agree here for it because I have watched just with the Witty situation, right? Last night I had my live up and I was in Witty's live and I was watching people in her live, like OG's over there talking mad shit about you. Amber Mills, I don't see you requesting, honey. If you're private, Animal's gonna have to let you up. And I wouldn't even be talking about Witty at that time. The people in these comments, right? The
I've
trolls,
seen it multiple times.
yet they
where
have
they're
nothing better to
inciting
do
stuff. Yeah.
but feed shit. And sadly, certain creators on the platform are doing the same fucking shit. The same shit.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean, they
those
do it to us.
right
They do
now.
it to them.
Mhm.
And it's like
Gloria, I sent it to
they're
you.
bored at home and they want entertainment, so they're gonna. I really feel like it's people in the chat who want to keep it going.
Animal,
Yeah,
look
they're just-
under
You gotta click
background going. Background noise. Click on the three dots and you should
Yep.
see something that says background noise.
Yep.
Do you see mute now?
Nope.
What
Seriously.
the crap?
I clicked settings. Maybe I clicked settings between the three dots and here.
Because that was happening to one of my other friends, and she said she found hers underneath background noise. Because mine is where Gloria still is.
Well, that's where mine was last night. What, honey?
Hold on one second. I have to drop real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's not there. It's probably like an update or something, or it's a stupid app. I don't know.
Have you
But
updated recently? Because that was the difference between mine and hers.
Yeah, everything like is auto update. Yeah, everything's updated. I update daily. It's one thing I'm big on. I like check every morning to make sure I don't need any updates.
I'm sorry. I tried to help. I'm sorry.
Whenever she comes back on tonight, I'll ask her to double check that it was background noise that she hit, and if it was something else, I'll come back and tell you just in case.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, hon.
You're welcome. I don't know. It's the app. Damn it. It'll probably end up fixing after I let me even see.
Finally, peace and quiet.
Okay. I think I see the issue. All right, y'all. I think it needs an update. So I think I'm gonna end and go update this thing and probably come on in a little bit. See if I can fix the mute thing, and the baby is trying to get me to do some stuff. So, all right, y'all. Thank you for joining and engaging in the conversation. I appreciate it. It was a good live. Hopefully somebody learned something, and you know where to get help if you need it. Our inboxes are always open for anybody. But have a good night, y'all.
I'm gonna drop